Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
Hey everyone, welcome. It is Friday. FriYAY. Who's in the house? Come on down. There's my girl Amber. And of course, Jenny is here. Hi, Patsy, Darla, Sharon. Did you see Sharon's dance video, by the way? She's got it going on, sister. Let me just tell you. Lizzie's in the house. Lizzie, congratulations to you, by the way. She's getting ready for a big move. It's going to be so exciting. And there's my girl, Darla. Oh my goodness. There's Diane and Lily, Carla, Marguerite, Margot. Renee is here. Good to see you. Oh, Linda, Flynn, Lisa. And another Linda. We got the Lindas. The Lindas are coming in. Here comes my girl, Lucy. Sorry. If you're watching this on the recording and you say, why is she doing that? Because, you know what I know? I like being acknowledged. I like somebody saying, hey, there you are. You know, it's just like being seen. You know, being seen is an important thing, isn't it, Angie? There's my girl, Angie, right? And Corliss and Eileen and Jocelyn. I like being seen. Do you like being seen? There's Rosemary. It's been a while. Hi, Rosemary. So welcome. Today is Q&A, as you know, and we're very excited about it. We got a lot of really good questions. And I am excited to share all the answers with you that I, you know, in my little, in my little opinion. Oh, thank you. Hi, Susan. Susan's coming in too for a landing. So's our Joanne. She's here. Here's our quote of the week. Faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. How about that? Everybody likes to hear their name. You're right, Lisa. Good to see you, by the way. You know, it's just, it's acknowledging that you're not just here, but you're part of, I think and we get to do that. You know, we have just the right amount of traffic, don't we? There's my girl, Jackie, walking into the house. So we are on day 5 of the sprint. What do you think? Isn't it fun? I'm having some great results. I feel really good myself. It's nice to see a flatter tummy, isn't it? It just kind of takes all of that stuff away. And I mean, we need that. We need to recalibrate, reset, you know, all of the time. Hey, Jerry, glad to see you. Debbie, I'm glad you're here too. Yay. I'm
not sure I understand.
I changed Siri to an English accent. You need to go away, Siri. Bye-bye. Yeah, there she is. I changed it to an English accent because she was really annoying me. And I thought, well, I might as well be annoyed with an English accent. How about that? So much fun. Anyway, today I had a really fun time. I've told you I've taken Lincoln out for his walk right on the berm, and there he is. You know, there's a bunch of people. We went later today than we usually do. We usually go a lot earlier. Went later today, and there was tons of dogs. So he had dog socialization, got into the water a little bit. You know, peed and pooped, did his thing. Hey, Pamela, good to see you. Good to see you. Cheryl's in the house as well. Look at that. Yeah. Anyway, my birthday's coming up. You guys know that. And I got this lovely birthday card from Shelly. So if Shelly's watching, I hope she's watching because she also has a question. I just want to say thank you, Shelly. How sweet. You know, how sweet. You guys, when you guys send me cards, you light me up. Thank you for that. That's just so kind and so generous of you. Eileen says her mom looks at her a little crazy when she's drinking a smoothie. I get it. Joanne says she's loving her results and how easy it's been this sprint. Isn't it nice? Some sprints are easier than others. Have you noticed that? There's my girl, Shelly, with all the hearts on YouTube. Thank you for that, Shelly. You are so sweet. Hi, Sarah. Sarah's in the house. So I asked on our Facebook group after watching Sharon with her, she had this Madonna song, If You Want It. And she's dancing. She's got some moves, that girl does. And she's got her feet going. I think she's got one of those, thingies. But anyway, I thought, well, what are we going to do with this? Are we going to have a dance party or another pajama party? And the consensus is both. So be watching for that. The summer's coming up. We want to get all plugged in. Hey, Janet. My birthday's on May 13th, Rosemary. Is that your birthday too? Lucy knows. Yes. Isn't it so fun? Yeah, here we are in the birthday zone. And on May 15th, that would have been my dad's 92nd birthday, I think. But anyway, he is 92nd? No, 93rd. 93rd, because he's 30 years older than me. And it's my 63rd coming up. I'm going to be celebrating. I own it. But so exciting because on the 15th and the 22nd, 2 consecutive Saturday mornings, we're going to be doing a workshop and teaching you how to use your journal. Now, you could just open it up. You could open it up and just do it. You could. It is that simple. And there are directions. But I'll tell you what, you want to get into the weeds with it and you really want to make it your own and you want to get everything just juicy and hotly desired and out there, then you're going to want to join us for the workshops. Again, you can go to both. You can go to one, but you got to have the journal. So go to savingdinner.com/journal. They're flying off the shelf right now. I'm personally signing them with my little pen to you because you matter to us. Hey, Mary Ann, Teresa, and they're coming in the mail. Now, we've had a few people say, where are they? And then, we go and look at them. It's being hung up in our Greenville, South Carolina post office. I don't know what happened, but when they had a big changeover in the postmasters way back when, we started having problems with our mail with the postman. So the only thing that I can suggest, we've tried to do something on our end, and they won't. They won't listen to us. But if you want to call them and bug them and say, hey, it's hung up there, can you move it through? I bet you anything they will. So do that, will you? I mean, we'll do anything that we can within our power, but there's a lot we can't do, and we can't make those phone calls for you. So there you go. Jerry, yours should be there Monday. Terry's saying that the journals are gorgeous. Yes, they are. They are completely redesigned. They're big. They're fat and juicy. They've got everything in it. And there's pages too where you can get reprints and there's a little URL at the very bottom of the page that you're going to do. So you're going to love that. Yes. And if you haven't started on the sprint, that doesn't mean you can't. We do group sprint once a month, but the sprint is a continuing thing. And I'm telling you, get connected in that Facebook group because that's where you get the support and the encouragement. Sarah's saying she loves the watercolors. So do we. Oh, I know it. I know. I love these. They light me up. They're so beautiful. And the workshop's going to be so much fun. And you get that free. And you can go to 1, you can go to 2, but you just need to get your journal. That's all. savingdinner.com/journal. I'm going to put the pressure on because time's a wasting and I want to make sure that you get them on time. Are you sprinting again next week, Sarah? Sarah's double sprinting. Anybody want to join her? Sarah, put a post in the Facebook group and ask for people to join you. That way we can get a nice group. I'm going to keep going. I mean, I pretty much sprint most of the time anyway. It's just easy. It's easy and it makes you feel good. I don't like not feeling good. I don't like waking up puffy and feeling off. Yet Flynn wants to go. There's my girl, Vanessa. Tell the girls hello, by the way, Vanessa. I haven't said hello to Piper. And I can't remember your other daughter's name, but usually I do. Joanne says she's got problems with the Atlanta post office. I don't know what it is. I will also say that you who have the workshop, that you who already have have ordered your journals, we sent this homework page. And the homework page is going to help you to get out all the stuff that you need to from your brain, so that you have an opportunity to start creating those goals that will light you up. That's the whole idea, Make sure you feel lit up. Make sure you feel supported. Make sure that you're just really excited about the new stuff that's ahead of you. So, and one more thing that I would say to you, just don't let anything hold you back from this. Don't say, well, I don't know how. You don't have to know how right now. You just need to know what. This is what this is all about. It's a what. You can, and if you have an older one and you haven't used it and stuff, I'm sure we can have you come if you haven't used it, and it's just sitting there. Why not? It's the same thing. You're going to miss out on some of them, but definitely print out this homework sheet. Get out some pages of paper, and go to town on it. Take some time with it. The more you spend on this, the easier it's going to be to fill out your journal. Okay, that's just another thing. We have, of course, still have in-house our quote decks, which you guys are loving. These are success tools that help you to get what it is that you want in your life. Because when we're focused on the right stuff, we're focused on the good stuff that we want in our lives. And we've got little reminders like this everywhere telling us, what we have the possibility of doing. Then things start to dial in, don't they? Things start to click in. And I just love my quote deck. You can find yours at savingdinner.com/quote. Lizzie, we sent it in an email. So put in a support message, send it to support@savingdinner.com, and we'll get you handled. Debbie, you too. If you need the journal homework, if anybody hasn't gotten the homework, I promise you we have sent it to you. If you've purchased the journal, we've sent it to you. If you don't have it, then send in an email to support@savingdinner.com, and we will send it to you again. You know how the email is. It's not 100%. Sorry. I wish it was. Just not. We also have, don't forget, our supplement of the week changes Monday. So you get on this organic ACV. You know how much I love this stuff. It really is an amazing thing. And it's cheap. It's easy. It's good for you. It feeds your gut. It's all the things. Jenny just said she's going to send out the homework again, too, for all the brand new purchasers. So just go ahead and look at your email and see if it's there, because maybe it's sitting there. That happens to me all the time. I don't know where this is. Jenny says, check your email. I look at my email. There it is. How do you like that? And don't forget, I will sign your journals to you personally, to you. So, and if your name is Jennifer and you haven't ordered a journal, please order one, because I accidentally put for Jennifer Love Leanne on it. I need a Jennifer to go buy one of those journals so it doesn't get wasted. How do you like that? Is that pandering or what? Yeah. Hi, Leisha, by the way. Yes, you know how it is. Hi, Carol. There's my girl, Carol. This is how it is. Spam folders, they love stuff like that. So double check everything. So supplement of the week can be found at savingdinner.com/show, and you can know all about it. You can also find out about our mugs. The mugs are at savingdinner.com/mug. This is a mindful mug. It's not just any mug. Okay. I'll send it to you, Jennifer. Vicky, but I'm going to start calling you Jennifer. You are on a Facebook page. Well, I don't know, maybe Crystal, it's facebook.com/savingdinner. I'm glad you're here. The first time seeing our video. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, we're here Monday through Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern every single day. We are going to be adding Instagram to our lives. They have this thing called Instagram Live, I guess, Instagram Live TV or Instagram TV. I don't know. It's just basically this. And we're getting our little ducks in a row. So watch for that, because we've got some really cool ideas that we're working on. Super excited about. What else? That's it. That's all you need to know. We have lots of questions today. So if you have questions that you want answered next Friday, please send them in to support@savingdinner.com. That's our customer service email address. You should have that as in your address book, in your email, right? Or whitelist it, whatever, just so that you always get our replies back and all of that. Number one. And number two, if you put question for Leanne on Friday, it will get right to me. Cool? Should we do this? All right. First of all, this one's from Sue. She said, I'm still unsure on the safe and proper way to take InflaCrusher. At the risk of repeating yourself, could you please go over it again? I just got my shipment and knee pain and 5 bad discs, and I want it to work as best as it possibly can for me. I take a diclofenac. I've never heard of that. Diclofenac. It's a prescription, so I can't take ibuprofen. I can take Tylenol, but I don't really want to. I really want the InflaCrusher to be the go-to ticket. I get you. Can you take 2 at once? How many hours should we wait between doses? Okay, so let me just tell you, first of all, this is curcumin. It's a pure form of curcumin, which is the active compound of turmeric. What this does is it goes to the pain source. It's just fantastic, and it cools inflammation. That's what pain is, you know? When you've got pain in your joints, it's usually inflamed. When you've got all this different pain, a pain in your back or whatever, inflammation happens. It's just a natural thing that your body does. So what we want to do is we start with, and again, we got to do this based on weight. You don't, one for a woman who's 5 feet tall and 100 pounds dripping wet versus a guy who's 6'5" and 250 pounds is a whole different story. 2 different doses. So wherever you are, I would say basically, if average woman 150 pounds, average in the middle, start with 1. If you don't have relief, a couple of hours later, take another one. I go slow. I go 1 and then another and then another. With Mark, who is bigger than I am, and he weighs like 210 or something, but he's 6'3". So what we do with him, I give him 2. And if it's still pain, I ask him in and out, how are you feeling? I'm feeling a little bit better, or it's just a little bit. Give him another 2. And it works. It works. How much do you need is dependent on how much you need. But you go a little bit at a time. And I would say for most women, take 1 and then take another and then take another and see how you're feeling. Actually, and the other thing that I want you to know is that the worst that can happen, the worst side effect is a stomach ache. That's it. You're not going to get sick. You're not going to be, what the stuff that's unsafe, go read the side effects of all this stuff. We don't have, mostly in the supplement world, a whole lot of side effects. There's some things that will conflict with certain things, but turmeric usually is a safe bet. How many hours to wait between doses? I would start with 1 or 2, depending on how much you weigh and how much pain you're in. Okay, 1 or 2, and then wait an hour. It should start to dissipate. Ours has the ability to get right into your gut too, because of the problem with a lot of these is that they get digested and they don't go into your gut where they can get absorbed and really help you out. So that's the one I would suggest. This one's from Terry, and she said, what is the best stuffing for figs? Well, Terry, I've never stuffed figs before, but I have stuffed a lot of dates. And one of the things that I did, and I think this would be really delicious for a fig, would be to put almonds in them. Like I would maybe put 3 almonds in them and then wrap it with some bacon and give it a broil. I don't know. Sounds good to me. That's what I would try. Figs are good, but again, and good fiber, by the way, good fiber in them, but just be careful. Just be careful because they're really high in sugar. And we don't want to, again, we don't want to be feeding our waistlines, right? We want to be really conscientious of things that are full of sugar, but that's a really good one. Yeah. That's what Sarah just said. She loves that there's no side effects from using InflaCrusher. The thing is with all those non-steroidal pain relievers, there's 35,000 deaths a year from them. That's because the liver just can't handle it anymore. So especially if you have fatty liver, or your doctor said, I'm not really wild about what your liver enzymes or whatever, then that's an indication of fatty liver. You really need to be babying your liver and cleaning it up. And by the way, we'll be talking about that coming up next week because we do have our big detox coming up. We're doing that for a quarter of, we do that quarterly, I guess. And so it's coming up, or half, I don't know. It's coming up. Last time we did it was in January. Marguerite, we've got a whole huge mess of InflaCrusher. You guys wiped us out after we had full bloom. You wiped us out. We just, tons of it went out. And it's going to be here Saturday. We have everybody's order ready to go. It will be out the door. Hopefully either Saturday afternoon or Monday. Okay, when are you going? Tell me. Oh man, Amy, I want to protect your liver. When are you going skiing? When are you going skiing? Are you going skiing? Is that what you said? No. I would like to get some info before you go on vacation. Nice. We'd be happy to do that. We can work something out for you, of course. Jocelyn says she likes it. Hi, Eva. I'm so glad you're here. Eva's new. She's just posted for the first time on Facebook, in our Facebook thing. But we'll work with you, Amy. We'll get you all set up. Don't worry. Do not worry. Marguerite, your InfoCrusher. Everybody's InfoCrusher is on the way. If you ordered with InfoCrusher, we're just waiting on that so we can send everything out for you. Okay? I forgot to tell you that. This is from Andrea. This is Fig Day. Do you rehydrate dried figs? What do you do? Water, can they be used dried in recipes for fresh figs? Fresh figs are hard to come by where I live, and they're available only when you buy them by the case. Well, I would look in a Whole Foods or that kind of thing. I'm sure you'll find fresh figs, and they can be hard to come by. That's the truth. But what I want you to know is that you can rehydrate dried figs, and I don't know if you can use them, just as a perfect swap out. Probably not. That'd be like saying, can you use a grape instead of raisin? There's still that freshness involved. So I don't know about that. And yes, you can do it with water. You can also do it with a flavored something. You could poach them in brandy if you wanted to, or red wine or whatever, and hydrate them back up and get them a little bit of flavor in there. Yeah, look at everybody saying hello to you, Eva. Isn't it so fun to belong to this community? Hi, Susan. I see you. I didn't see you earlier. I didn't say hello to you. But yeah, and anyway, yeah, this is, rehydrating stuff is very much possible, but understand it's a different thing. It's a different thing than their fresh counterparts. And I would also look at Amazon and see if you can get a smaller bag of dehydrated figs. That might be a way to go. This is from Shelly. Really good question, by the way. And Shelly's my girl who sent me my birthday card, my first birthday card. So anyway, I just love that. I just think that's so sweet. What's the difference between Digestymes and Glycozyme, and how do I know which to take? I'm pre-diabetic, but I want the benefits of Digestymes. Will Glycozyme do both? Love you and the show. It's changed my life. That's for you, Shelly. Okay, hold on. I've got this for you. Definitely Glycozyme. Definitely. You get the same benefit of the Digestymes, and it works on your blood sugar. And as a matter of fact, all of my gals who have any kind of digestive issues, who have any kind of blood sugar issues, you should have Glycozyme. You should have 2 Glycozymes. One in your purse for when you're out, and one on your countertop. 15 minutes before a meal, you take 1 or 2, depending again on your size and all the stuff that you're eating as well. What I do is I will take 1 Glycozyme with before a meal, 15 minutes before a meal with a glass of water. No big deal, right? That's what I will do. Like a chicken or fish or whatever. If we're having steak, bring out 2 of them because it's heavier. It's hard. It's a harder protein to digest. So it works. Trisha, you'll love it. It's really, really good stuff. This is a proprietary formula again, and it's really going to help you out. It's going to help bring down that blood sugar and keep it all. And all of you too that have blood sugar issues and are pre-diabetic, everybody should have berberine. Buy berberine. Now, I can't think of the company. There's tons of it available. Just look for a reputable company on Amazon and get berberine. You take that before a meal. That also helps to bring, berberine's some kind of a bush with berries on it, and I don't know enough about it. I can't remember. I researched it a while ago and I forgot about it, but berberine's a good thing. If you are pre-diabetic, this is a good thing to really consider. Okay. This is from Julie. The sprint has been very good for me. I lost 40 pounds in the first 3 months. 40 pounds in 3 months. The month of April, I lost 2.5. In this sprint, I seem to only be losing 1/10 of a pound a day. It's frustratingly slow. I journal my food, do 2 sprints a month, and off weeks, I limit my carb to a cup of berries, yogurt, and chia seeds daily. I work out 5 to 6 days a week with walking and yoga. Any suggestions to get the scale moving again? I need another 40 pounds off. All right, Julie, let's do this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Okay, so, okay, there you go. I have my hubs using Glycozyme and organic ACV before each meal. That is so good. I think that's Jenny. Yeah, it's a tool. So, Leisha's asking about the ACV. I'll come back to that. And yeah, berberine synergy would be really, really good. Yeah, that's an excellent company, Designs for Health. I used to use their stuff. All right, so let's go through this. First of all, let's add HIIT training, okay? Go back to your sprint document. Let's start there. Go back to your sprint document. Are you hydrating adequately? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you HIIT training? All right, HIIT training. Yes. Okay, Sarah, you're right. Yes. Pinkies up. Definitely pinkies up for Julie. Come on, 40 pounds in 3 months. I'm so proud of her. She's done so great. Terry, I forgot that I told you that. See how helpful I am? Anyway, so here's the thing. That HIIT training, when you do that, you are putting your metabolism on notice. It's incredible. And the 4-minute workout, also incredible. But keep up the movement aspect of the sprint, even if you're not sprinting. And as far as your cup of berries yogurt, do a plain yogurt and full fat, okay? Full fat yogurt, plain. And if you're saying, but I want a little flavor or whatever, little stevia, a little vanilla extract, but full fat yogurt, and then do your own berries, okay? And limit those berries to like a quarter of a cup, a third of a cup. Don't go over half a cup. Because even though we're looking at lots of fiber, lots of nutrients, if you are at all sensitive to the sugar, and you get the sugar, by the way, in the yogurt and what have you, that could be enough of a trigger to keep you for those 3 weeks not doing anything. And so, you know what I'm saying? So we have to kind of keep those same principles going. It makes all the difference in the world. We keep the principles going. And when we keep those principles going, we keep, dialing it in and dialing it in. So those things are important, really important. The other thing that I would be doing is making sure that you've got your intermittent fasting dialed in. The intermittent fasting, again, is a tool that helps us to correct and heal those hunger hormones. When those hunger hormones are off and we're off and we're not listening to them, they're not correcting themselves. They're not healing. And that's part and parcel as well. I would also say mix it up. Let's put some strength training in there. My goodness, let me just tell you, strength training is everything. It is everything. I cannot believe I put on today. I was trying on. I was like, oh, I don't think I can still wear this. I tried it on, this cute little jumper that I had, and it was, it was a size 8, and I tried it on because I'm kind of 8ish, 10ish right now. Tried it on, and it fit. It was a little too tight. I don't like it quite like that, but it was a little pant, summery thing for the summer. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because this is working. And if we concentrate instead on our tape measures instead of what the scale says, then we're going to have a whole lot more freedom because, the tape measure, it's just an accurate measurement. It's super accurate. If you have a 30-inch waist and your waistline isn't going down, that means we got to change things up. If you have a 28-inch waistline or whatever, or you have it at 35 and it's coming down, then you are doing something right. If your scale's not moving, it's because muscle, 5 pounds of muscle and 5 pounds of fat are two different animals. 5 pounds of, it's like this, okay? Just for a visual effect, right? So 5 pounds of fat looks like this, 5 pounds of muscle looks like this. Does that help? Is that a good visual? You see what I'm saying? Fat takes up a whole lot more space. Muscle does not. So I always used to say, I'll weigh 200 pounds if I can, get in my size 6 jeans. I mean, that's just easy. Who cares? Yeah, let's not care about our weight. Let's care about our waistlines. Let's care about what the measurements say. And that's going to move the needle. That's everything. It changes all the things. But we always have to do it. See, when you're saying you have this every day, well, don't do the yogurt and berries and chia seeds every day. Don't. Change it up. And maybe see how long can you go for a fast. Maybe you can go super long for a fast. Maybe you have an 18-hour day, maybe 19-hour day to fast. Maybe your hydration is a little bit off. You need to add that. These little things fine tune and dial it in and make it whoop, drop. And here's the other thing. There's this phenomenon called the whoosh. And I know this from personal experience. I remember I lost 70 pounds. So I was watching what was going on the scale. I was thinking, God, I'm doing everything right. How come the scale's not moving? And it went like that for 10 days, but it didn't stop what I was doing. It didn't discourage me. I was just like, okay, whatever. I kept doing what I needed to do. I would work, I'd work out, I'd eat my food, I'd, do my hydration. I'd go to bed at a decent hour. All of a sudden one day I get on the scale, and I'm not kidding you, overnight, 6 pounds. 6 pounds. What was that? That is a whoosh. All of a sudden your body just, boom, there it goes. What happens is that you're getting rid of your fat cells. For a long time, fat cells are just like any other cell. In order to live, they require what they require. And they need sugar to live, right? All of them do. But they're the ones who are going to go first in a fast. They're the ones who are going to go first. So they lose their grip, shall we say. They start to die, and then they just stay there kind of stagnant, not doing anything. Then all of a sudden, boom, they're gone. You pee and poop them out. Yay, bye-bye. Don't come back. But this is the thing that changes things up. So stay the course, change things up, shake the box, use your intermittent fasting, use your sleep. If your sleep is not dialed in, that's going to make a difference. Your hydration, check it. Make sure you're checking all those boxes, and it will start to happen again. Okay? Pinky's up, Julie, by the way. Good job. Carol says, hi, Carol, by the way. There you go. There you go. There you go. Sarah's saying it for me. She's saying it for me. She said her cosmic 2x4 was letting go of the maintenance myth. These healthy habits are forever. Exactly. Because if we think that we can go on and off of the sprint like we're getting on an escalator and off of it, we're doomed, because basically what we're going to just do is clean up the mess that was left over from three weeks of just going off the rails. It doesn't work that way. Your body's chemistry doesn't work like that way. And you're putting way too much, shall we say, responsibility and weight on this 7-day sprint. It is an amazing plan, but it's not a miracle worker. You got to do your part too. And when we're done, we just keep these principles. We keep them going, and we keep them dialed in. If you are that person, if you've got your own, your ebook on how to be your own nutritional guru, which I will tell you is, it's a must-have book, because it tells you how to become an intuitive eater. And if hey, I can go have this pasta dinner at Olive Garden, and it's not a sprint week, and it's a special occasion, and it's not going to be a problem for me. I'm not saying that you do this, Trisha, by the way. Trisha had a question about that in our group. Then by all means do it. But if playing with fire here, I shouldn't be doing that, then don't. It's that simple. It's that simple, because my goal is to give you the tools and the techniques and the know-how so that you can run your own life. I don't want you forever having to think that you're on a diet. I do want you checking in with the sprint, just because it's such a cleanup, just because it's such a great thing to just get together with your girlfriends and say, let's do this, like we're doing now, So I hope that makes sense, because that is a needle mover. That is and it really helps with your mindset, and it helps with peace of mind as you go. Not that, having berries and yogurt is bad. I'm just saying, maybe we take it away one day. Every other day, maybe we just change things up a little bit. Maybe you just don't eat breakfast, and you change that completely. Let's look at those things. The other thing that I will say is that a Target Trifecta smoothie as a way of breaking your fast, even when you're not sprinting or whatever, is an incredible needle mover. We get sick of them on occasion, and we just do some scrambled eggs or whatever. And I'll do eggs and bacon too when we're not sprinting, because I'll just say, I just don't want to sprint. I just don't want a smoothie. But what I have noticed and what I have seen is that when I target trifecta my smoothie, I can go 5 and sometimes even 6 hours without eating. That's amazing. And you know what happens when all of that happens? Is your control gets better and your addictive behavior starts to wane, and you start to feel more like yourself. You're in charge of everything and you feel so good. Trisha, proud of you. Let's give Trisha some pinkies up. She went, she's going out for her husband's birthday. I think it's your husband's birthday. And she's made a plan before she goes. That's how you master temptation. It's not willpower, it's planning. And it's setting the stage for what it is that you want. So I know, isn't it so good, Terry? Terry says she likes the hot melt spaghetti. We do that with spiralized zucchini. It's delicious and it's really good. We do it all the time. Okay. So anyway, I just kind of went on a little tear on the side there, but I think it's important information, don't you? Feeling like you're in charge of yourself and you know what's going on. And these are tools to make it happen. Simple, easy, fun. Yeah, look at everybody. Everybody's giving you pinkies up, Trisha. You deserve that. Carol says, I'm back, Carol. She said, hi, I'm here. Answer my question. We made the hot melt soup and we made chicken bone broth. My question is, can we eat them both on the same day? You can if you need to. So here's how this works. And I believe it's in the guide. It should be all the way mentioned in the guide, but here's what it says is basically you can choose bone broth, or you can, if you'd prefer, you choose the soup, or if you prefer, you can have the bone broth. Some people have either one, you can have either one. If you're finding yourself like around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're saying, yeah, but dinner's not till 6, and you're just like, I had that happen the other day. It's been a long time, but fortunately for me, I went right into the kitchen, and we always have bone broth in the fridge, always. And I pulled some out after it was heated. This is how I do mine. I taught Terry how to do this because Terry Ellingham was having a hard time with bone broth. And when we had our full bloom workshop at my house, we had a bone broth bar. That's something that we will be doing again, and brought it out around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So everybody felt, good about it. And we had bone broth with a touch of sriracha, a squeeze of lime, and a pinch of salt, pink salt, of course. And it's just delicious and it's satisfying. And I mean, honestly, there's not a whole lot to it, but it just does the trick and it helps to keep you going. So if you need it, go for it. And it's really not breaking up much of a fast. It's not much of a snack per se. If you need it, you go get it. That's how the whole thing works. It makes you feel good. Yeah, it's like 15 calories or something, 30 calories, negligible. And it's not about the calories anyway, but people always ask me that. So I thought I'd throw it in there. Autumn, I have something for you. You ate, your husband ate his last night with no complaints. Isn't that nice? Hi, Emily. That's right. Sarah's right. Bone broth will cure what ails you, heart, mind, body, and soul. It is the truth. It is the truth. And I will say to you, if you don't make bone broth and you're thinking, come on to the dark side. You got to do the bone broth. It will change your life. When I started doing bone broth, I've always made my own homemade broth. But it was, of course, I told you, this is my mentor, is Terry Walls, Dr. Terry Walls. She was bone broth. And I said, good grief, keep saying bone broth. What's that? This is back in 2011 or something. And she said and she gave me the whole reason why. She told me about the collagen, the glycine, and the minerals in the bones. And I was like, ding, 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 of course. And if you can extract those minerals from the bones, how much better is that going to be for us? So that stuff is gold. And that's why it just takes a minute, though, to cook. That's why we use the pressure cooker. And I use my Instant Pot. And you use the vinegar to pull out those minerals. We store ours in our bones, too. All mammals do. We're mammals. Yes, Terry said ginger juice and a bit of coconut aminos and cilantro is amazing as well. And when I do a bone broth bar, I have all the things. We even had some Korean hot flakes and things. We have all the things. It's beautiful. I'll have Caroline come out again so she can do it. All right, let's get to Autumn. She's next. Coming up, I have wondered if it's best to take meds before or after supplements and vitamins. I take Bactrim, off-brand, blah, blah, blah. For staph, I take CLA, L-glutamine, Alive Women's Energy Vitamin, CoQ10, and turmeric every day. I don't like the medicine at all. It makes me feel sick, but ever since I've gotten a serious second-degree burn, blah, 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 I've been dealing with staph infections. Doctors told me the burn started it because it went deep, but hormones is keeping it going. I get it everywhere and even in sensitive areas, and I'm miserable. Man, it sounds like your pH is way off and you need some deep healing. I wonder if adding, you've got to talk to your doctor about it, and I would never take anybody off anything. But is Bactrim, is that an antibiotic that you're taking by mouth? Is that what that is? I don't know. Maybe it is. It sounds like it. It is. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, you've got to add in a probiotic because you're off. Inside of our guts, we have the good guys and the bad guys. And what antibiotics do is they go in and they kill the bad guys, but they take the good guys with them. And so if we have this war going on, then the bad guys are going to start proliferating. They are going to start, and the good guys aren't coming in. So you need prebiotic food, which is all of your greens, all of the fiber that we talk. Fiber Minder's fabulous. ACV is fabulous too as a prebiotic. Prebiotics feed the good guys. And then you need to supplant every night before you go to bed, take your probiotic. Now, I don't know what the answer to this is, because my suggestion for you is that you take your supplements. I'll just give you my recommendation, and then you got to work the rest out with your doctor. So my recommendation is that you take your supplements with your food, simply because then get this visual in your mind. It's sort of like a roller coaster. I've got all kinds of crazy metaphors, right? It's sort of like a roller coaster, and you're going to get in the front of the car with your meal, and in the back of the car is going to be your supplements. Your supplements are riding the same car with you, and all they're doing is making your food supersonic. There it all is. And it needs that food in order to really digest well. Because remember, it's digested in your stomach and then it's absorbed into your small intestine. So that's going to make a big, big deal. And Terry's talking about low sodium soy sauce versus coconut aminos. I would absolutely, it's very inflammatory, unfortunately, soy sauce is. I've even taken a bottle of coconut aminos with me when I've gone to a sushi bar before, because, and when I don't, I'm always like, oh, and I know what that means. It means the next day I'm going to wake up and my face is going to be puffy and my eyes are going to be swollen and I'm just going to feel just not quite myself. It's an estrogenetic type of a thing. It's goitrogenetic. It's not good for your thyroid. And it's just not the health food that we used to think it was. Years ago, I wrote I was working for ediets.com. I was one of their writers. And I wrote the top 10 foods for women. And one was soy. But this is back in the 90s, the 1990s. And then later, after information started coming out, I just went, soy is just not such a health food as we thought it was. So let's do it. Let's take care of that. Corliss says Bactrim is an antibiotic. Yeah, it is an antibiotic. I don't know much about antibiotics. I've been very blessed to not be on them very often. But here's the deal. I would talk to your doctor and see if there's something else you can do, if this is giving you pain and suffering, because nobody wants that. I know that getting your gut in order, I know having a healthy bacterial balance in your gut is uber important. And when you're taking prophylactic antibiotic, it's not possible to do. So you got to take a look at that. And all I can tell you from my little nutritionist point of view is that it's prebiotic, it's probiotic. Those are the things that we need to do and feed those good guys down us. Yeah. All right. And the order that they're taken in, just take your supplements with your food, and then how you have to do the Bactrim and all of that. That's your conversation with your doctor. Okay. You guys are the best. Was this fun or what? We are, don't forget about the journal. Okay, stay on that. I want them to go out. We have them now complete. We're stocked to our eyeballs. We have hundreds and hundreds now. I don't know where they're going to go. I probably have them under my bed, for heaven's sakes, but they're getting out of my dining room right now. Let me just tell you, I'm done with them being there. They need to go back into the distribution center. I just want to tell you, though, that your support in buying your supplements from us and taking care of us and, being part of this woman-owned business, I don't take for granted. I know there's other places you can go get supplements, but you get them with us. And I just want to say thank you for that. And thank you for being the very, very best. This is an amazing community. We're going to take care of, if you have an issue, if you have a problem, if something isn't quite right, you write us to support@savingdinner.com. We will make it right. We will help you out. We will do what we can do. And even if it's not a product we have, I will steer you in the right direction. That's my whole thing here, and my mission that I hotly desire and hotly feel and want to fulfill is that you feel taken care of, that I've got your back, that you understand you're important to me and you're important to the rest of this community. This is how we roll. So get your journal, because on May 15th, pinkies up, ladies, it's on. We're going to get we're going to take our, and one other thing I wanted to say about that homework. Do you mind? Okay, so here's your homework. The other thing that I wanted to say that we're doing these for 12-week increments. If you have bigger goals, like say you want to lose 100 pounds, let's go with that. Well, you're not going to do it in 12 weeks, but you can take a chunk of it, right? You can say in the next 12 weeks, I want to lose 25 pounds. That's a goal that we can work with. But I want you to think and dream big and just understand all we're going to do is chunk them down and make them work into 12 weeks. Okay? That's part of it. And then the rest of it, well, you got to do the homework. It's going to be really, really fun. I'm so excited. Have a fabulous weekend. And if you want to, Rosemary, B complex, Wise Women's B complex would help. Magnesium as well, our CalMag and vitamin D. I would do the whole core 4. That's what I would do for that. Juanita says, I didn't see you, Juanita. I'm glad you're here. Yes. I'm excited for May 15th, and I want you to be excited as well, because that is our first workshop. Again, we have another one, an encore. We're doing them both live on the 22nd. You are invited to both. Just got to get the journal. savingdinner.com/journal. Thanks so much for being here. You guys are the best. I'll see you tomorrow for Soulful Saturday. Peace be with you.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.